It's time for another taste test of my Pinter brew. Different layout this time, just because I've done a filming for my UK brew project and couldn't be bothered to change the layout, so I'm just going to carry on as it is. I've got my Pinter here, and this is the Stars and Stripes APA, but I have added a hop tea to it 4 days into brewing. So there's a video link if you want to click to go see that. Yeah, let's see how it comes out. My concern is, I think, well actually just from the initial pour of the excess foam, it looks hazy. And I'm expecting it to be hazy because I did shake it up, and I reckon the conditioning would need to be a lot longer now. I would probably need to do another 5 more days to get this to drop a bit more bright. And following on from requests, I have the carbonated one with nucleated base of the actual glass that they give you from the Greater Good, and I've got my own branded one that I shall pour into just in case it kicks up too much. Let's release the pressure. I've already released pressure twice, so there shouldn't really be anything to come out now. A little whimper. There we go. All right, time to pour this. Let's pour into this one first. And that is, as expected, a huge head. So that one, which is already spilling over. I do have some tissues here, but I'll just leave it. It doesn't matter for the moment. I'm going to pour into this now. Ooh, I'm just going to pour slowly, because even in this one, with a 45-degree angle, it does seem to be kicking up quite a bit. So a bit more of a gentle pour. And there we go. This is a pint of my finest. So here we go. This is it, hazy as, but that's fine. I'm gonna leave this now, and I will bottle some probably. So I'm gonna leave it for probably 4 days, 5 days, chill it a bit more, see how it looks, and then bottle and drink the rest over the next weekend. This is hazy, as I said. I don't see any particulate matter floating in there, which is a good sign immediately. Nose smells good. Stars and Stripes was supposed to be hoppy anyways, and this is just me adding extra hops. So Stars and Stripes by default was Simcoe and Cascade, and I have chucked in, and I know you can skip through to the taste test. I'll put the thing at the bottom there. I'll just quickly explain. But in 20 grams of Cascade hops and 20 grams of Amarillo, because I'm not a huge fan of Simcoe. And this was added, I say, on day 4 of brewing. So I added the dock on afterwards with a hop tea. Now I'm going to immediately say that after I added it, I shook it up a bit to get it all mixed in. So that would reset the whole conditioning time with this. It was very active for the next 2-3 days afterwards, where I left it on the brewing dock facing the normal brewing way. It did push out quite a bit because the pint was completely full. I think the valve might have even got a bit stuck. And I think my issue is I shouldn't have filled up to the line, because I know for a fact right now that I'm thinking about it, I filled this normally to where you put it, and then I've put 500 ml extra of liquid, so this is not going to be anywhere near the ABV. This is probably going to be 3.7% or 3.8 if I'm lucky. I did add a bit of extra sugar, but not much. That was an afterthought as well, just to get that ABV going back up. But yeah, let's tuck in and see what it's like. I said nose smells good. Oh, this is good. Oh, that is good. Oh, wow. This is really good. This is amazing. I was concerned So I didn't bother measuring or doing any calculations. I just thought 20 grams of each, chuck it in, let's see how it goes. And I was expecting this to be a massive, massive like hop bomb. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. The aroma is amazing on it, but it's got good citrus tones to that. If you're not in citrus, then yeah, choose different hops at that stage. But this is a wonderful, wonderful. Oh wow. It's like there's a bit of apricot and some citrus in there. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I was very hesitant at this stage. I thought it would be a massive, massive hop flavour that would be a bit unbearable. I even was concerned that when I'd put it in, I'd put it too hot. So, I mean, not when I put it into the pinter, when I'd made my hop tea, because I boiled the kettle, poured that in, then put the hops into it. Ideally, you should be aiming for 60 degrees C. I didn't bother with a thermometer. I was lazy and rushing at that stage with limited time. I left it on, I said a simmer in my video, but I left it on my electric hob 1 to 2. So there was still steam coming off, but it wasn't, I think, boiling anyway. And the reason why I've got to mention this is if you boil, you're going to get bitterness off it. And it was one of the reasons why, when I was buying these, I tried to find the lowest alpha acid level, mainly because the alpha acid level gives away potential bitterness if you were to boil it. So the Cascade is a 5.9%. and the Amarillo is an 8.6%. There were quite a few that were at 12% as well. These aren't the lowest, but they were around the average mark for me, and particularly for what I was looking for. I was looking for Cascade and Amarillo for both the nose and that flavour, and boy has it done an amazing job. This is a beautiful hoppy beer. Well, that's proven it's possible. I think when it didn't go bang on me, I think that proved it was possible. Lessons to learn. If we're doing this again, what would I do? I would calculate probably the hops better, but 2020 seemed to work fine for me. I might even do that next time. 2020 eyesight, yeah. I will not fill it anywhere near the line for the original brew, because the level was too high and this was kicking up big time. I had it splurt like over the wall, and also all down my label that I had hanging off here. So I had to clean up after it. So it's very, very active after I added a hop tea in. What else would I do? I would, keep it at a lower level and then add the hop tea. And when I do the hop tea, I would definitely add more sugar, because I just want to make sure that the yeast reactivates and that it does the final bit of the brew. Normally you wouldn't put sugar in though. Probably I wouldn't do the sugar actually, because if I measure it right and put 500ml less in to begin with and then add 500ml via the hop tea, it should even out that I'm getting the same ABV that they recommend. So I could even add a bit more sugars when it's lower to begin with to increase that ABV and then add more hops. That is an option. It just smells beautiful. Wow. And as I said, I bought these in 50-gram packets, and I only used 20 grams of each. So the Amarillo was £3 and it was £2.68 for the Cascade. I could use these for more brews. I've sealed them in, I've tightened them up and then put them in sandwich bags as best I can, and then keep them out of the way. I will definitely be using these up. But yeah, dry hopping, or it's not dry hopping, we'll be putting it in without the tea. A hop tea added to the pinter does work and gives you a hell of a lot of flavour and nose. Now you have to plan it carefully to the beer which you're going to do this to. The APA was a good choice for me because on the Pinter website, they actually listed the 2 hops that go in, Simcoe and Cascade. If I wanted to, I could have put Simcoe in rather than Amarillo, and it may have complemented it, increased that flavour afterwards. But this has definitely been the hoppiest beer that I've had out of the Pinter. The Stars and Stripes naturally is hoppy, I believe, anyways, but that juicy flavour, this is juicy. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's not just there's hop aroma or whatever there, that is juicy. Wow. How am I going to keep this away for a few more days? It's Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow. You're getting this on the Bank Holiday Monday itself. Oh, how will I resist drinking this? Maybe 24 hours extra in the fridge. I know I've moved this here. I've got to move it back again. Me for my videos. What can I say? But yeah. Hop teas in the brewing dock work. Have a look at it. See if it's something you're interested in. It's not that expensive. There are many people that sell the hops, and they don't actually come with a huge postage fee because they can send these in envelopes. I believe if I was just to buy these from the Brew Store, I would just get I think it's probably a 50p postage charge, and sometimes it's free because the profit on the hop that they're making at that stage. But yeah, it's something it's worthwhile trying. 50 grams for 50 grams of each, spending £6. Worth it. I've still got more to play about with. Right, let's go for the first one I poured. Just settled down. Now the head is still there. This was just mighty heady. If I spin it round, you'll see the carbonation rising up as best as it can through this murky, hazy beer. This is New England style rather than American Pale Ale. It is like a fruity milkshake. Wow, I'm loving that. May not be your style, but it's something to think about if you want to add hops onto a beer of your choice. This I think particularly really good with the hopped lagers such as the West Nouveau and the Four Saisons to make it a bit more hoppy afterwards. Right, anyways, cheers guys, enjoy the Easter bank holiday period, take care, and also happy brewing.